Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Dave Golikov. Today we're talking basketball. The other game we're covering is the Trailblazers against the Spurs. How you doing today, Dave?
I'm doing good.
All right, man. Round two of this past Monday's game where Portland took the game 95 to 108, but that was at home. It's kind of a bittersweet win considering that they lost center Robin Lopez to an injury. So far they've also won 3 in a row, and they are 8-2 in their last 10 games. All right, so Dave, knowing that they're going to be probably without Robin Lopez for a while, how do you think this team is going to have to adjust their lineup if they want to have a chance to win at the AT&T Center, man?
Well, I think for Portland, they've got injuries, but San Antonio has injuries too. So I think, Portland may not have to adjust as much as the Spurs do. You take a look at the Spurs, they probably without Kawhi Leonard and Tony Parker, both those guys expected to be out. You're going to have Tim Duncan in the lineup. Manu should be there, Danny Green. I mean, the usual cast of characters. But, no Leonard, no Parker. That takes a big bite out of their lineup. I know the Blazers are out without Robin Lopez, but we've seen some of the Blazers backups step up. Thomas Robinson stepped up and in and had a really good game earlier this week with a double-double, something like 15 and 16. So they have some depth up front. Not too worried. I think the Spurs without Parker is the bigger concern in this one.
Right. Now, as for the Spurs, they're coming off that tough loss in triple overtime against the Grizzlies, 117-116. Now, they've dropped 4 of their last 6 games. And like you said, I mean, it does look like Kawhi Leonard is going to miss his second straight game due to a bruised right hand. And Tony Parker as well. But what do you think they actually have to do to get the shot and win this revenge game against the Blazers, man?
Well, yeah, I think they have to eat off, or whatever the term is. Can't remember it right now. Not eat off of it, but use it as fuel to really. What's that?
Feed off of it.
Feed off of it. There we go. Come on, it's early mornings here, but they got to feed off of it and hopefully eat off of it as well, and get some revenge. I mean, that's really what the Spurs have to do. You don't usually see the Spurs lose twice to a team in the same week, and that's really what you're asking to happen here. San Antonio is shorthanded, but look, this is a team that has probably as good a depth or better depth than anyone in the NBA. And they lost 4 of 6, but I think you can forgive some of their recent losses. You take a look at the loss on Wednesday at home to Memphis. I mean, they didn't get blown off the map. It was an overtime 1-point loss, and Memphis is pretty darn good. And then, obviously losing at Portland. Listen, Portland's 120-26. It's pretty hard to beat them at the Rose Garden anyways. I think the bigger concern with the Spurs is the other 2 losses in that 4 of 6 stretch. Home loss in overtime to the Lakers, which is a big head scratcher. And then obviously on the road in Utah is also a concern. So, I mean, San Antonio, if they're focused in this game, if they're really on their game here, they should get the win. But you take a look at how they've played recently. There's some question marks there.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we all know that Popovich is pretty famous for doing all those resting players and shifting up the lineup and all. But man, I mean, is that enough for actually to place a bet on the Spurs in this case, or should we just look at the Blazers considering the fact that they did beat them last Monday?
I do like the Blazers in this spot. I think my biggest concern with the Spurs is not really their recent struggles, but just revenge. I think that if you're betting San Antonio, I think a really good angle here is revenge, that they're not going to lose twice in a row in 1 week to the same team. But other than that, I really think all signs point to the Trailblazers here. They're healthier. They're playing better right now. San Antonio's lost, 2 in a row, 3 of 4, 4 of 6, and I believe also 5 and 5 in their last 10. So really hard to say that this is just a 1 or 2 game stretch for the Spurs. This is a team that's pretty much all December has changed. It's been different. So I think you take a look at Portland here. They got the win earlier this week, and I think they do it again tonight.
All right, man. Good stuff, Dave. Hey, man, thanks a lot, and we'll talk some more basketball again next week.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, take care, man. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round. a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.